African American literature is a body of literature created by intellectuals of African American descent. 45.7 million people living in the United States of America today are of African American origin. It is imperative that this curriculum be taught in classrooms nowadays. These writings are permanent and are of universal interest. Scholars of African American origin and scholars of other races need this knowledge to self-identify, enrich, and define themselves. Reading African American literature has made me understand the role African Americans played during the periods of enslavement, Reconstruction, Renaissance, and modernism. During the periods of enslavement, African Americans had the problems of insecurity and instability. This is because families were torn apart during slave sales and because of unwanted marriages. Slave masters did all this just to protect their investments. After gaining freedom from slavery, the periods of Reconstruction saw the emergence of black writers like Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois, who disagreed greatly, but they all had one goal, that of elevating black lives, bringing economic prosperity, bringing racial equality, equal opportunity, and human rights to the black race. The Harlem Renaissance period stretched between the mid-1930s and the end of the First World War. This was a period where blacks had a great awakening and came together as a group to fight for a common cause. Over the course of the semester, my understanding of African American literature has changed. I no longer view this literature as one that showed the wrongs that whites did to black people, but that showed that gradual progress in African American lives, politically, economically, and socially. It was a period where black writers used their writings to evoke feelings from their culture. I now understand that the gradual steps from enslavement, Reconstruction, Renaissance, and modernism were unavoidable steps to exonerate black lives. These changes brought to prominence black writers like W.E.B. Du Bois, Session Truth, Jupiter Hammond, Charles W. Chesnutt, Otto Schomburg, Allen Locke, etc., etc. These writers had different perspectives and contributed greatly to the African American society. All I knew before were individuals like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I now understand how African American literature brought to limelight other genres of literature that we use nowadays, like sermons, gospels, poetry, jazz, pop, etc., etc. Before the Civil War, this literature was depicted of songs of people who have escaped slavery, their lives as slaves and pathways to freedom, but their mindset and thought process changed over time. They now saw the importance of harmony with other races and making America a great place to live. I also realized that freeborn slaves fought for the abolition of slave trade, but some names were not brought to limelight, like Dick Gregory and B. Case. Thank you.